All right, this is Francisco Perez with another educational lesson. Right now, this isn't too much of an educational lesson, but an historical lesson and an adventure. So right here, we're at Moanalua Mountain Valley, and we're gonna go to the princess's home. When colonization and war went down, and the bioweapons hit, a lot of the royalty went into the mountains, and this is one of the dwellings. We're gonna go to it. All right, here we go. So this is the river is right over here. It goes down, and they have it going around all the residential. So here we go. They made a little park over here, so it's kind of cool. I used to play ball over here when I used to ball all the time. Here we go. So, I don't know about you, but I felt home in the mountains, in the wilderness. It's like I feel more at home there than I do at home. So I'm gonna show you guys one of my little getaways, my sanctuaries, home away from home. Now this mountain, this trail goes all the way to the other side of the island, where you'll come out in Kamananui Bayside. Now I just getting over on cold, so forgive me if my voice is a little shot. But shit, I got a little time, so I guess I'll go and do this. So this is the entrance. So you park right there, and then you walk up here. And this is pig hunting grounds. So there's a lot of pigs, some wild boars, some big ones too. So what happens is the state pays people to go and hunt the pigs. So that's why I get this gate. All the hunters, they have the keys to the gate, and they come in there with their trucks and their dogs. Depends on what kind of hunter. I was a bow and arrow. I would use my bow and arrow. So this is called Kamananui Valley Road, and as you can see, this is Hawaiian petroglyphs, which is exactly like the ancient Hebrew petroglyph, pre-flood script petroglyph. Kamananui. So I don't know if I'll be able to fit. Hello, go ahead. I gotta take off my backpack. I'm fat and have a backpack, so two working against me.
I'm happy and have a backpack.
There you go. Oh, see, we always compete. Oh, I'm fat. But I have a machete. I have a camera. I have the way. Good workout? A lot of people on the trail?
No idea the last one there.
Oh, your friends?
Oh, my dog.
Oh, your dog.
There he is.
Well, they're better at directions than us, so.
Come on, bud.
Hey, bud. How you doing, bud? Oh, he's up there. So there's a lot of stonework here. You'll find a bunch of out of place things. Because what the truth is, there's a lot of dwellings in the mountain areas. There's a lot of caves with burials. There's a lot of indigenous monuments, like specific points in certain areas on the islands where magnetic and electrical energy is at its highest, at its highest. And so these are places where my people used to do spiritual activities to try and reach the creator, to heal the land, to heal their soul. It's a spiritual game, and my people knew it was a spiritual game, and they lived their life according to that. Why do you think there's sayings like the nicest people, the people of Aloha, Hawaii? Even today, the descendants of the Kanaka, meaning full-blooded Hawaiians, are the same way. Same way. Psychologically, in every way. You know what I mean? Because those are ancestors. So what they have is in us. I'm just going to take a little side route. So here. So, Kamananui Valley, Moanalua, Ahupua'a. Voices of the past seem to whisper in the winds that blow through Kamananui Valley. Its history has passed down through Mo'olelo, the chants and legends of creation, migration, and genealogy of its inhabitants. By Valley Chantress Namakahelu, Kapahi Kawa o Kamehameha was born here in the mid-1800s. Namakahelu was blind, and in her 90s when she died in 1940, and though she had lost the power of sight, her insights into the impact of changes being wrought upon the land were keen. She recognized the ancient customs were giving way to the forces of a new civilization. The Apua of Moanalua, a land division including Kamananui and the adjacent Kamanaiki Valley, was established at the center of Hula, and chanting during the reign of Oahu's king Kakuhiheva in the 1600s, peace prevailed under Kakuhiheva's rule, and the people of the island honored and loved him. 1.5 centuries later, Oahu suffered under the rule of Kahekili of Maui. During a short reign of his son, Kalanikupule, a significant event is said to have occurred in Kamananui Valley. Namakahelu, related to Kalanikupule, sealed the valley with kapu sticks. Pulo Ulo'u, when Kamehameha's mother, Queen Kekui Apova Elua, paid a visit to Oahu to claim the island for her son, Moanalua's high priest, Keaniani, put down the kapu sticks at the valley's entrance. This defiant act was said to recognize that the queen, Kekui Apoiva Elua, as a descendant from the line of the Oahu chiefs via Kakuhiheva, held rights to the land. Her son, Kamehameha, conquered Oahu with the battles of Nu'uanu and Kahauiki in 1795. Traditions of Moanalua relate that Kamehameha was resting by Lemhi Spring in Moanalua after those battles. So there was a spring near here that these Europeans, no wonder they get those buildings up every once in a while. That's one spring probably. So all of these springs, which was healing, they had magic powers of healing. Okay, it was just, if you know today, then you know that if you study the water, the composition of the water had minerals in it that was beneficial, kind of like when Epsom salt bath, but way better. And there's different varieties depending on which spring you're at, depending on the minerals in that area. Okay, so it was there he heard the chants of Moanalua and the news of the birth of a child descending from beloved King Kakuhiheva and an area of the valley known as Kahaukomo. Kamehameha went to Kahaukomo and laid his sword next to the child, naming him Kapahikau Ao Kamehameha, the battle sword of Kamehameha. This act bestowed honor on the child and his family. This child was grandfather of Namakahelu. See all the pictures? See how 2 generations and you look like that? Or this was one European that lived amongst them, because we adopted people of all types of different countries as long as they were Pono, King Kamehameha. Look kind of like my grandpa, Brown. After Kamehameha, my grandpa's last name was Brown. After Kamehameha conquered Oahu, he gave the Apua of Moanalua to the favorite uncle, Kame'eamoku. In 1803, Kame'eamoku died, passing it to his son, Ho'apilikane. The great 1848 Great Mahele Land Division granted ownership of the land to Prince Lot, Ho'apilikane's Hanai son, who later became Kamehameha V. During Prince Lot's ownership of the land, he built a summer residence in Moanalua and encouraged a revival of the ancient hula at this many festive luau. He is accredited with helping to reawaken interest in hula and chanting that had waned with the arrival of the Western people. When Lot died in 1872, the land passed to his half-sister, Princess Ruth Ke'elikolani. Upon her death, her cousin Princess Bernice Puahi received the land in 1883. A codicil in Bernice's will granted the land to Samuel Mills Damon, a business partner of her American husband, Charles Reed Bishop. So here's what happened. Mr. Bishop got his wife to sign away the land to this man, a Freemason, Damon, because Prince Poi couldn't even get him to have sex with her after they got married. And many of these princesses did that because they didn't. They just wanted to take the power. If they bore a child, then that child would have the. They wouldn't be the next king. The child would. So maybe that was it. I don't know, but there's some shady things going down in my history. Kamananui Valley narrowed escape destructions in the 1970s. Sorry, my nose. As a potential corridor for the H3 freeway. So instead of taking the H3 down the road like they did, they were going to push it through here. In 2007, Kamananui and Kamanaiki valleys were acquired from the Damon Estate by the state of Hawaii. The purchase preserves important native habitat, watershed, and cultural history in perpetuity for future generations. Luau at Moanalua Gardens identified unidentified Princess Like Like. So get Princess Like Like in here somewhere. Get Ha'alaku, get Kamaia, Luka, Malia Kau. Other identified people, Na Maka Helu, Noho Anu Li'i, Noho Anu Nui, Loka, and then Helemano, Kapahikawa o Kamehameha. The legends and chants that Na Makahelu gave us live on and live an index to the past. Live on and get and like an index to the past, the valley peaks and ridges bear the names of our ancestors. Proceeding farther back in time as you go deeper into the valley, as you stroll along the trail, lend your ears to the voices. I bet you there's pyramids back there. I bet you there's temples. Look at my ancestors. Man, I surfed with a girl who looks exact just like this. I was telling her about history. She was blowing her mind. She talked to her sister about King David, King Solomon. And she was like, yeah, that's us. And she was like, wow, blow my mind. Oh, man. But they're not interested past that. It's only us young guys. We like tell the stories of our ancestors. Like the princes of Hawaii at the time of colonization, when the Europeans said, let's educate these people so we can have them teach the word of Christ. And my people came back with the education and started to translate everything they could get their hands on in Hawaiian into English so that future generations like me can seek this knowledge, find out what is our true history. For what we live in is all lies. So this mountain used to be loaded with popolo berries, which is like a blueberry. It's a medicine. Mangoes, mountain apples, strawberry guavas. I think now all the mango trees, because all the foreign plants that has been introduced, and how come we don't take care of the land? So I don't think it gets enough vitamins from the soil. So the mango trees don't produce anything, but you can still pick strawberry guavas. There's a load of strawberry guavas. I mean, you can pick 100 easy. So yeah, look. So they come over here and they mark the trails. There's probably something up there. See, this is where we're going. The valley housed several culturally important sites, including Pohaku Kaluahine, a famed Pohaku stone carved with unique petroglyphs found nowhere else in Hawaii. So it says up here, guava, get guava plants. Got 9 miles of stream, 5 distinct forest types, important habitat for endangered plants and animals, including the Elipa'o forest bird, in addition to 11 endangered plant species, 3 rare plant species, and 2 endangered Oahu tree snail species. And I bet you everything, including the snail, is medicine. But we don't know because we just want to get pussy and money. Right? Let's get it. We're almost there, I think. I think the princess's house is right up here. If I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it's almost there. I mean, this hike is super long, but the princess's house wasn't that far up, because you got to remember, we already far up because I drove all the way into the back of the valley. This is the back of the valley where the road stops. So we went pretty far up. So this would have been extremely far from the fighting or the bioweapons. You know, all the release from the ships, the merchant ships and stuff that came in with the diseases. They would release it like they did in America, and they write about it too. They write how they would have diseases, where they come from. Sorry. And then what they do is they'll put it in onions. They'll put onions near it. So when the onions are near it, it'll soak it up because that's what onions do, right? Look, they get some kind of tourist stuff over here. See how they planting all this kukui nut? It's all kukui nut, traditional kukui nut. And then look, these gotta be seats. Come over here, take tourists over here, probably. See them. All these red ants bite their butts. Try to do a little hula over here, some educational stuff. I got so much business ideas. It's just, you know. Here we go. We're gonna make it though. One of these gonna pop pretty soon.